Welcome back, everybody. Test 4 review. I sent you a study guide earlier. I've put it here. Some of the stuff's from test 3, questions 10 through 13 only. A student asked me, wait, question 13, didn't you ask about that on last test? And the answer is yes. I had a student point out the question 13 below was already a question type on test 3. Will it also be on test 4? Yes. But I'm going to make it a new reaction. So let's invent a new reaction that's relevant for the material on test 4 that has the same kind of format. This is basically, do you understand the stereochemical consequences of this reaction? Whoa. Stereochemical consequences. That sounds fancy. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it real. So if I react this with, and you're going to say, wait, that's an old reaction still, Dr. Whitaker. You can't do that to us. Well, I got a comment on this. New question 13. And question mark. All right. So there you go. This one will only have 4 Roman numerals. I don't think I left enough room for the full name. But basically what we've got is 3R, 4R, 3-methyl, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hexane, diol. Oh, fancy. Why'd you do that? Okay, you're going to do that. I'm going to do that. Sorry. I've been talking to my computer a lot today. We had an interesting morning in the other room. So, yeah. Yeah, we're just making a new question. This is my life here. Making questions all the time. 2, 3, 4. Wait, that looks pretty good, right? They're all the same answer. I did that on one test, right? Was that your class or the other class? I give away stuff every once in a while. How I design these questions, sometimes I get the right answer and I copy paste it 10 times for A, B, C, D, E. And that one time I forgot to edit all the other answers. I had the same answer 10 times. I just said pick one. But here I'm going to edit these, make this a good question. So I'm just going to do a little erase there, and a little erase there, and a little erase here. That's how getting into the mind of Dr. Whitaker. I don't know if you want to be there, but for these few minutes, you're there. There you go. And the A, B, C, D, forget about that. I'm not going to type out A, B, C, D here. It's going to be some combination of either one of these products or 2. Okay. And you're saying this reaction is not relevant for test 4? I want to remind you, there's a reaction in chapter 4 that uses vicinal diol. I think the reaction that makes vicinal diols became a relevant review reaction immediately. As soon as you start chapter 10, title, alcohols. Every reaction that made alcohols previously, critically important for test 4. You didn't learn them just to do them in test 3 or 2. Yes, test 2, you learned how to make alcohols. Acid catalyzed hydration of alkenes. Please don't forget the old reaction, okay? This is organic chemistry. You know the reason why organic chemistry is a prereq for important sciences like medicine and pharmacy and dentistry, where you have to make diagnoses? Because you're supposed to remember all those health conditions you learned from your past, put them together with these new medicines and interactions of medicines, and put it together and say, this is what happened. Organic chemistry is all about that. No, you'll never use this stuff in medicine and pharmacy and dentistry, but you'll have to use diagnostic skills in all of those subjects, and organic chemistry is all about diagnostic skills. You predicting reaction types and products and reactants is diagnosis. Until you convince yourself of that, you're going to just keep saying to yourself what everybody else always says. Organic chemistry is just a big waste of time. I'm never going to use this stuff. I hear it so many times, I get tired of it. Do you understand the importance of organic chemistry as the foundation for all health careers? Please do. There isn't medicine without organic chemistry. End of story. So, hey, chapter 10 has alcohols in it. This made vicinal diols, which are alcohols. You better learn or review this reaction as well. And guys, you just need to draw me one of the products and do the stereochemistry on it. So, Mr. Casper, I'm answering your email right now. And here we go. That is one of the products. Do you agree? Why are both of those wedges? Thin addition for the osmium tetroxide reaction. This is 50% of the product right here. The other is the enantiomer, where they're dash and dash. You don't have to draw it, but we have a question. I put the other alcohol in the wrong spot. This is actually, I'm glad it came up. This is a mistake students make too. You've got to put the two O's where the alkene used to be, and I didn't do that. So teaching, you're involved talking and doing at the same time. I can't do them properly. That's why I need you. So you're my editors. Before we move on and get the wrong answer, you got to put the two O's where the alkene used to be. Yes, both wedges still, right? Because it's in addition, that didn't change. Now you got to figure out what's going on here. It's not a great looking stereo center, but at least the wedge and dash are adjacent. And on this one, I'm going to go like this. And if I'm smart, I put the methyl on a dash because it's number 4, right? And this ends up being 4R and 3S. Okay, 3S, 4R, 3S, 4R, check. Plus enant, eomer, which is 3R, 4S. 3R, 4S. So the choice would be, I'm just going to say 2 and 3. Sure, 2 and 3. BE. And a lot of the choices above are irrelevant because you don't have Roman numerals 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, but that doesn't matter. BE would be the right answer here. Okay? You get a 50-50 mix. Okay? So you have one question like that, yes. And it will be something about alcohols. Will it? Well, let's see. Could he also make it a chapter 9 reaction? Could. Yeah. I'm just going to verbalize, any chapter 9 reaction. So say you did your diagnosis and you came up with a SN2 conclusion. And you started with a stereocenter that was R. Carbon with a leaving group was R. And you did an SN2. What's your product going to be? Is it, your two choices are S, or 3 choices. One's really silly. S or R, or 50-50 R and S. It's got to be the flip of the stereocenter. That's an SN2. I'll give you a separate example where Rx is a stereocenter again, and it's R this time. It's R. And then you do a reaction, and your diagnosis is SN1. What's your new answer? 50-50 R and S. You got to know that. That's part of the SN1. Carbocation. You get racemization. SN2, backside attack. Inversion of stereochemistry. Flip it. So those are the things that question 13. I don't know if yours will be question 13, but the idea is about stereocenters and a reaction of relevance. Okay? So that's the idea behind why an old item seemed to end up on your new test. It wasn't a mistake, but it wasn't very clear either, so I hope it's clear now. And that's a quickie.